Hi everyone, I'm back with another card. I wanted to make a card for my daughter and her husband. They just celebrated their 8th anniversary on December the 4th, and we've had some really bad snowy weather, and I haven't been feeling that great, but I wanted to get this card to them. And I saw this one here. You see this one with the tree on it? And it's so cute. Let me just show you up close. There you go. So you can see they've got this tree and buttons in the tree. And I don't know if you can see on this circular thing, it's one of those stamps that has all the months of the year and then just a heart on top of it. But I'm going to take this concept, and here it says just me and you. So it says anniversary. This one was made for anniversary card between husband and wife. But I'm going to take this concept and create my own idea. That's why I love these card magazines, for the inspiration it just gives you. I picked this one up at Walmart. It's the best of card creations by Paper Crafts, and I absolutely love it. It's got 500 card different designs. So for this particular card, it's going to be a little bit bigger size than I normally make, but they're pre-made, and I believe, see how big it is? This is a 5 by 6.5 exactly. I'm going to do mine like the upright way, like this. I just used this die cut on another baby card, the last baby card I did, and this was the full die cut. On that one I cut out these flowers, so I'm going to use this die cut in this card, and I think I'm going to turn the birdies over that. I just want the bird going that way. Their wedding colors were turquoise and white, that very pale. They had a beautiful, beautiful winter wedding. It was just spectacular, right down to they had a young school playing handbells with gloves as the people seated at the wedding. It was just beautiful. So I found this piece of scrap paper, and it's got sort of a glittery, can you see that, design on it? And I just thought it just was almost duplicate to what their wedding colors were like. So I'm going to cut that down 1/4 of an inch smaller and use that as my background. And then I found, well, didn't find, but I had in my stash, deep buried, you know how that goes, these big, huge stamp sets. I can't remember who they're by. I know you guys know. And this one was the one that has all the dates, January, March, whatever. So I took the October, November, December stamp right there. I'm going to stamp it on darker cardstock, kind of like craft, and then circle the December. So I'm just using some black archival ink, and I took the little tiny little 4 from the stamp set as well. What I do when I'm using such a tiny stamp like that, I always stick it right on my acrylic pads so that I don't lose my little pieces until I need them. So this is the October, November, December, and I'm going to stamp it right on this with black archival ink, and then I will circle it probably with a distress pin, and then circle it in red. So I've returned my pieces back to my stamp mat, so you can see that little tiny little 4, because I always lose these pieces. So I'll just set that aside until I clean it, and then I'll put them away. So I cut my inside piece to 4 3/4 by 6 1/4, so it gives me 1/4 of an inch mat around. And then in my stash I had some script paper here, and I'm just going to sort of mount it kind of not exactly in the middle, but maybe more like 2/3 to the bottom of the page, just to add a little more interest to the card. I don't want to lose too much of that pretty glossy stuff in the back. There we go. And then I will just trim that off on both sides. What I did with my little number 4 that I stamped, I stamped it on the same craft paper, and then I placed it, I cut it out with a 1-inch circle punch. So I'm just going to take this little bit of archival ink and just going to just lightly ink around the edges of it so that it pops. I have some Bow Bunny buttons here. I haven't even opened them. And they have a really pretty little heart in there. There's one right there too. So I'm just going to take that heart out. I'm just going to take some of this pretty silver twine and just run it through this button. I don't even think I'll need a needle because it looks like the holes of this button are pretty big. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going to run it through double and leave it in a double tie on the other side. All right. There. So I've double knotted it and just going to leave the ends. I'll just trim that and we'll use it in just a second. So there we have our button. So I'm going to take a distress pin that's red or as close as I can get to the button. This one seems to be more the color. This one is Fire Brick and it looks like it's exactly the same color. And I am going to take the brush end of it, a little bit wider end. There. December. And we're just going to glue this down with the ATG gun. And I'm just leaving it flat, just like that. I'm going to glue the button onto the 4 circle, just like that, with a little bit of glue gun glue. So there we go. So we've got our little 4, which is the day of the month, with the little heart, bow bunny heart with a silver accent. And then I'm going to raise that up with foam tape. I took some of the same craft paper, and actually it's just a scrap from another piece of paper that I did a project on, and I took the favorite greetings from Stampin' Up. This is one of my favorite stamp sets, and I think it's one of the very first ones I ever got. It comes with 8 greetings. I don't know if it's still available, but I love it, and it's probably the only happy anniversary stamp that I've ever found. So if I can't use that one, I use congrats. So what I'm going to do is right now take my ATG gun and glue down my card front here. Love that when it goes on perfectly. So there's the front with December 4th and all their colors. So I think I have decided that I'm just going to keep my birdie flat and have her kind of like that. And then I am going to put some half-back pearls for her eyes, and in the center of, I think I'll use a different adhesive because it's kind of hard to get the adhesive on those flowers without making a big mess. Somebody told me about this new adhesive, the Tombow Aqua, and it is got 2 tips on it, just like most of the Tombow ones, and it's really good. I really like it, and it doesn't leave like a gluey mess, and it dries really fast, just like that Scotch adhesive. So if you haven't used it yet, give it a try. I was at one of my local scrapbook stores and she was just raving about it. So I'm just going to glue my birdie down. And then I'm going to take some foam adhesive to adhere down my happy anniversary. So I'm just going to put it about right there. And then to finish it off, where the card has circles for the eyes and the flower centers, I've got these really pretty half-back pearls. I don't know where I got them. So I'm going to use a little one for the eye, the smaller one, and 2 bigger ones for the flower centers. So here is my finished anniversary card. I love it. It's got a juxtapositioning of the very pretty, delicate, sequiny, the bird and the pearls, with the kind of grunge look. Love it, love it, love it. And the reason I made a card this big is because we got them a gift certificate to their favorite place where they go for lunch all the time. And they love going there. And the only thing they had was this big brochure the way they gave their gift certificate. So I kind of dolled it up with one of these clips from Basic Grey, and it says love on it. So I'm going to pop that in there with a little note, and that is my card. So thanks a lot for watching, and even during this busy holiday time when people are really busy, it's really important not to forget those loved ones of ours who celebrate birthdays and anniversaries and things like that near the big Christmas day. So I did not want to forget about these guys. So thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye.